The qualification session is at Zolder Multiplayer in Zolder, Belgium. The wind speed is 6 km/h from the north-northeast. Jean-Olivier from South Africa is first. James Leach SNR from South Africa is P7. Jeffrey Leroux from South Africa is P10. James Leach SNR is 8th. Brendan Gryasel from South Africa is P1. James Leach from South Africa is P10 up 4.57. Rainier Leach from South Africa is P10 up 1.25. Brendan Gryasel is first up 16.88. Brendan Gryasel improved his first with a 1:39.252. Jean-Olivier from South Africa is 12th up 0.09. Jeffrey Leroux is provisional pole with a 1:38.594. Donovan Lewis P5 up 0.26. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Sean Olivier is 10th. Donovan Liu is 6th. Donovan Liu improved is 6th with a 139.610. 1.331 off pole. James Leach is provisional pole with a 138.308. Yuan Yemen from South Africa is P9. Yuan Yemen improved is 9th with a 142.014. 3.735 off pole. Mike McDear from Ireland is P11. Leon van Linden from South Africa is 11th up 1.90. Sean Olivier is P1 up 0.61. Sean Olivier is provisional pole with a 137.666. Yuan Yemen is 9th up 0.46. Yuan Yemen improved is P9 with a 141.460. 3.794 off pole. Leon van Linden from South Africa is P11 up 0.56. Brandon Griesel is 5th up 0.11. Donovan Liu is P6 up 0.41. Brandon Griesel is P5 up 0.14. Mike McDear is 11th up 0.14. Brandon Griesel from South Africa is P6 up 0.30. Five minutes remaining in the session. Jeffrey Eliru is P3 up 0.11. Best lap is a 138.594. 0.928 off pole. Rainier Leach is P4. James Leach SNR is 9th up 0.10. Ryan van der Westhuizen from South Africa is P10 up 0.29. Best lap is a 140.907. 3.241 off pole. Brendan Gryasel is P6 up 0.18. Brendan Gryasel improved his fourth with a 138.777. 1.111 off pole. Ryan van der Westhuizen is P10. Ryan van der Westhuizen improved his P8 with a 140.167. 2.501 off pole. Brendan Gryasel is fourth up 0.10. Best lap is a 138.777. 1.111 off pole. Jeffrey Eliru is P3 up 0.27. Mike McGeer is 9th up 0.13. James Leach SNR is P10 up 0.22. Yuan Yemend is P11 up 0.48. Yuan Yemend improved his 11th with a 141.433. 3.767 off pole. Mike McGeer is P10. Mike McGeer improved his P9 with a 140.135. 2.469 off pole. Ryan van der Westhuizen is 10th up 0.47. The qualifying session is now in overtime. James Leach is P2. Yuan Niemand is 11th up 0.59. Yuan Niemand improved is 11th with a 140.440. 2.774 off pole. James Leach is second. Best lap is a 137.934. 0.268 off pole. Jeffrey Eliru is P3 up 0.34. Mike McKeer is 9th up 0.13. Leon van Linden from South Africa is 12th. Mike McGeer is P9. Best lap is a 140.135. 2.469 off pole. The race session is at Zolder Multiplayer in Zolder, Belgium. The wind speed is 14 km/h from the north-northeast. Sean Olivier is first. James Leach from South Africa is second. Jeffrey Eliru from South Africa is P3. Brendan Gryasel from South Africa is fourth. Rainier Leach from South Africa is P5. Donovan Liu is 6th. Peter Grobler from Lesotho is P7. James Leach SNR from South Africa is P8. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Peter Grobler is 8th. James Leach SNR is P9. Mike McGeer from Ireland is 12. James Leach is P3. Jeffrey Eliru is P4. 7 P2 P left. Jeffrey Eliru is on P2P. Peter Grobler is 8th. Peter Grobler is on P2P. Yuan Yemen from South Africa is P8. Yuan Yemen is on P2P. James Leach is 3rd. 7 P2 P left, 0.2 behind Brendan Gryasel. Donovan Liu behind is on P2P. Jeffrey Eliru is 4th. 5 P2 P left, 0.3 behind James Leach. Jeffrey Eliru is now 3rd. Brendan Gryasel is 4th. 7 P2 P left, 0.3 behind Jeffrey Eliru. James Leach ahead is on P2P. Jeffrey Eliru ahead is on P2P. Rainier Leach is 6th. 7 P2 P left, 0.5 behind Donovan Liu. Peter Grobler on lap 2 is 9th. 7 P2 P left, 0.2 behind Mike McGeer. Ryan van der Westhuizen from South Africa is P10, 0.4 behind Peter Grobler. Donovan Liu is P5. 4 P2 P left, 0.5 behind Brendan Gryasel. Donovan Liu was 1.3 faster last lap. Rainier Leach from South Africa is 6th, 0.5 behind Donovan Liu. Ryan van der Westhuizen from South Africa is 10th, 0.2 behind Peter Grobler. Ryan van der Westhuizen passed Peter Grobler for 9th. Rainier Leach is 6th, 0.4 behind Donovan Liu. Peter Grobler is 10th 6P2P left, 0.3 behind Ryan van der Westhuizen. Ryan van der Westhuizen was 2.2 faster last lap. Mike McGear ahead is on P2P. Peter Grobler is on P2P. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Peter Grobler passed Ryan van der Westhuizen for P9. Jeffrey Leroux is P3. Mike McGear is 8th 3P2P left, 0.5 behind James Leach SNR. Ryan van der Westhuizen is P11, 0.2 behind Peter Grobler. Mike McGear is P8 2P2P left, 0.5 behind James Leach SNR. Jeffrey Leroux is 3rd 2P2P left, 0.5 behind James Leach. Ryan van der Westhuizen is 11th, 0.5 behind Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler is P10 5P2P left, 0.5 behind Yuan Niemand. Yuan Niemand is 10th 5P2P left, 0.1 behind Peter Grobler. Ryan van der Westhuizen on lap 5 is P11, 0.1 behind Yuan Niemand. Yuan Niemand was 1.1 faster last lap. Ryan van der Westhuizen passed Yuan Niemand for 10. Jeffrey Leroux is 3rd 0P2P left, 0.3 behind James Leach. James Leach ahead is on P2P. Yuan Niemand is 11th 4P2P left, 2.1 ahead of Leon van Linden. Jeffrey Leroux is 3rd, 0.4 behind James Leach. James Leach SNR is P7. Best lap is a 1:39.133. 1.450 off the fastest lap. Jeffrey Leroux is 3rd, 0.5 behind James Leach. James Leach SNR on lap 6 is 7th 5P2P left, 0.4 behind Donovan Liu. Jeffrey Leroux is 3rd, 0.5 behind James Leach. 5 minutes remaining in the session. James Leach SNR is 7th 4P2P left, 1.3 behind Donovan Liu. Jeffrey Eliru is 3rd, 0.7 behind James Leach. James Leach ahead is on P2P. James Leach SNR on lap 7 is P7, 1.4 behind Donovan Liu. Jeffrey Eliru on lap 7 is P3, 0.5 behind James Leach. Leon van Linden from South Africa is P12 with 50 kilos, 0.5 behind Ryan van der Westhuizen. Leon van Linden is on P2P. Jeffrey Eliru is P3, 0.5 behind James Leach. James Leach SNR is 7th. Jeffrey Eliru on lap 8 is P3, 0.4 behind James Leach. James Leach SNR is P7 2P2P left, 1.3 behind Donovan Liu. Jeffrey Eliru is P3, 0.4 behind James Leach. James Leach ahead is on P2P. Peter Grobler is P9 2P2P left, 1.4 behind Mike McGear. Jeffrey Eliru is 3rd, 0.6 behind James Leach. Peter Grobler is P9. Best lap is a 1:38.991. 1.308 off the fastest lap. Peter Grobler is on P2P. Jeffrey Eliru is P3, 0.5 behind James Leach. Leon van Linden entering the pits is P12. James Leach ahead is on P2P. James Leach SNR is 7th, 1P2P left, 2.1 behind Donovan Liu. James Leach SNR is on P2P. Peter Grobler on lap 10 is P9, 1P2P left, 1.0 behind Mike McGear. Peter Grobler is on P2P. Mike McGear ahead is on P2P. Jeffrey Eliru is P3. Best lap is a 1:37.683. Jeffrey Eliru lost 4th to Rainier Leach. The leader has just finished the race. Sean Olivier from South Africa finished P1. James Leach finished 2nd. Brendan Gryasel finished P3. Jeffrey Eliru finished P4. Rainier Leach finished 5th. Donovan Liu finished 6th. James Leach SNR finished 7th. Mike McGear finished P8. Peter Grobler finished 9th. Ryan van der Westhuizen finished P10. Yuan Yemen finished P11. The race session is at Zolder multiplayer in Zolder, Belgium. The wind speed is 5 km/h from the north-northeast. Yuan Niemand is P1. Ryan van der Westhuizen from South Africa is second. Peter Grobler from Lesotho is P3. Mike McGeer from Ireland is fourth. James Leach SNR from South Africa is P5. Mike McGeer entering the pits is P19. Donovan Liu is fifth. Renier Leach from South Africa is P6. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Donovan Liu ahead is on P2P. James Leach from South Africa is 10th. Mike McGeer exiting pits on mediums. Renier Leach is 10th. Jeffrey Leroux ahead is on P2P. Peter Grobler is fourth. James Leach SNR is fifth. Sean Olivier from South Africa is P6. Brendan Gryasel behind is on P2P. Sean Olivier is now P5. Jeffrey Leroux from South Africa is P7. Renier Leach is P8. Mike McGeer is P10, 7 P2P left, 0.5 behind Peter Grobler. Donovan Liu is third, 7 P2P left, 0.4 behind Yuan Niemand. Sean Olivier is P4, 0.4 ahead of Brendan Gryasel. Donovan Liu is P4. Jeffrey Leroux ahead is on P2P. Donovan Liu is now P5. Brendan Gryasel from South Africa is P7 battling Donovan Liu. Brendan Gryasel lost P7 to James Leach SNR. Peter Grobler is 9th. Brendan Gryasel ahead is on P2P. Yuan Niemand from South Africa is P3, 0.5 behind Sean Olivier. Renier Leach on lap 3 is 6th, 7 P2P left battling Yuan Niemand. Renier Leach is now P5. Jeffrey Leroux ahead is on P2P. Peter Grobler is 9th, 0.4 behind Brendan Gryasel. Jeffrey Leroux on lap 3 is 3rd, 2p left, 0.4 behind Sean Olivier. Renier Leach from South Africa is P5, 0.3 behind Donovan Liu. James Leach SNR behind is on P2P. James Leach SNR is P6, 7p left, 0.4 behind Renier Leach. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Donovan Liu ahead is on P2P. Jeffrey Leroux is 3rd, 1p left, 0.2 behind Ryan van der Westhuizen. Jeffrey Leroux lost 3rd to Donovan Liu. James Leach SNR is 6th, 0.4 behind Renier Leach. Peter Grobler is P9, 7p left, 0.4 behind Brendan Gryasel. Peter Grobler is on P2P. Peter Grobler is now 8th. Donovan Liu is P3, 5p left, 0.1 behind Ryan van der Westhuizen. Donovan Liu was 3.0 faster last lap. Renier Leach is 4th, 0.2 behind Donovan Liu. Brendan Gryasel on lap 4 is P7, 6p left, 0.3 ahead of Peter Grobler. Yuan Yemend ahead is on P2P. Peter Grobler behind is on P2P. Peter Grobler is 8th, 5p left, 0.3 behind Brendan Gryasel. Brendan Gryasel ahead is on P2P. Donovan Liu is P3 with 50 kilos, 4p left battling James Leach SNR. Donovan Liu is now 2nd. Ryan van der Westhuizen is P3 with 50 kilos, 4p left, 0.2 behind Donovan Liu. Donovan Liu is 3rd. Donovan Liu is now P4. Ryan van der Westhuizen ahead is on P2P. Peter Grobler ahead is on P2P. James Leach SNR is 5th, 6p left, 0.2 ahead of Renier Leach. Renier Leach is P6 with 50 kilos. Best lap is a 1:39.999. 1.558 off the fastest lap. Mike McGeer behind is on P2P. Mike McGeer is 8th, 5p left, 0.4 behind Jeffrey Leroux. Renier Leach ahead is on P2P. Donovan Liu is 4th with 50 kilos, 0.3 ahead of James Leach SNR. Donovan Liu is on P2P. James Leach SNR is P5, 5p left, 0.3 ahead of Renier Leach. James Leach SNR is now P4. Rainier Leach is 5th 5P2P left, 0.2 behind James Leach SNR. Mike McGear behind is on P2P. Mike McGear is 7th 4P2P left, 0.5 behind Jeffrey Leroux. James Leach SNR is 3rd, 0.3 behind Peter Grobler. Rainier Leach is P5, 0.3 ahead of Jeffrey Leroux. James Leach SNR ahead is on P2P. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Jeffrey Leroux on lap 6 is P60 P2P left, 0.2 behind Rainier Leach. Rainier Leach ahead is on P2P. James Leach SNR is P3 4 P2P left, 0.4 behind Peter Grobler. Jeffrey Leroux is P6, 0.2 behind Rainier Leach. Donovan Liu is P4 3 P2P left, 0.2 behind James Leach SNR. Rainier Leach is P5 4 P2P left, 0.2 behind Donovan Liu. Rainier Leach is now P4. Jeffrey Leroux on lap 7 is P5, 0.3 behind Rainier Leach. Mike McGear behind is on P2P. Ryan van der Westhuizen behind is on P2P. Mike McGear on lap 7 is 6th 2 P2P left, 0.3 behind Jeffrey Leroux. Rainier Leach ahead is on P2P. Jeffrey Leroux is P5, 0.3 behind Rainier Leach. Ryan van der Westhuizen is P7 1 P2P left, 0.4 behind Mike McGear. Jeffrey Leroux on lap 8 is P5, 0.1 behind Rainier Leach. Mike McGear is 6th, 0.8 behind Jeffrey Leroux. Jeffrey Leroux is P5, 0.5 behind Rainier Leach. Rainier Leach ahead is on P2P. Rainier Leach on lap 8 is 4th 2 P2P left, 0.3 ahead of Jeffrey Leroux. Jeffrey Leroux is 5th, 0.2 behind Rainier Leach. Donovan Liu is 10th 1P2P left, 0.4 behind James Leach. Rainier Leach is 4th, 0.1 behind Jeffrey Leroux. James Leach SNR is 6th with 50 kilos 3P2P left, 0.5 behind Mike McGear. James Leach SNR was 0.6 faster last lap. Mike McGear ahead is on P2P. Mike McGear is P5 1P2P left, 0.6 behind Rainier Leach. Rainier Leach ahead is on P2P. Rainier Leach is 4th 1P2P left, 0.8 behind Jeffrey Leroux. Jeffrey Leroux was 1.4 faster last lap. James Leach SNR is 6th, 1.0 behind Mike McGear. James Leach is P9 0P2P left, 1.0 behind Yuan Niemand. James Leach SNR is P6 2P2P left, 0.5 behind Mike McGear. James Leach on lap 11 is 9th, 0.4 behind Yuan Niemand. James Leach was 1.9 faster last lap. Yuan Niemand behind is on P2P. James Leach passed Yuan Niemand for 8th. Yuan Niemand is 9th. Rainier Leach is 4th 0P2P left, 0.5 behind Jeffrey Leroux. The leader has just finished the race. Sean Olivier finished P1. Peter Grobler finished 2nd. Jeffrey Leroux finished 3rd. Mike McGear finished P4. James Leach SNR finished P5. Ryan van der Westhuizen finished P6. Rainier Leach finished 7th. James Leach finished 8th. Donovan Liu finished 9th. Yuan Niemand finished P10. Brendan Gryasel is 11th. Brandon Griesel finished 11th. Brandon Griesel finished 11th. Brandon Griesel finished